Who is ready for the new moon in Taurus? We are getting a little bit of break from the universe as we move into the new moon in Taurus on May the 7th or 8th, depending on where you are in the world. I will leave a link to a moon calendar for you to follow it through to your location to find out when the new moon is going to land in your area. But this is the new moon in Taurus that we're talking about. And I'm going to be talking about why it is going to allow you to build your foundation for a new cycle ahead. So following the eclipse season that we just had, we had a lot of energy to work with, a lot. It was a very powerful time from the lunar eclipse in Libra to the solar eclipse in Aries to the full moon in Scorpio, plus a lot of other activity. We had Mercury retrograde, we had some solar flare activity. We had a lot of energy coming through. Take note of what has changed within yourself, especially. This is a time of reflection. It is a time of maybe a little bit of understanding within self of what has transpired, what has shifted, what has changed, even unearthed some of the more difficult emotions or sensations within yourself. Because whatever is happening is going to allow you to cultivate a new cycle based on intentions that you can establish during this new moon in Taurus. Now, Taurus being the second sign in the zodiac calendar is next in line for creation. So we had Aries season, which is the first zodiac in the zodiac calendar, offering a time for birth, rebirth, creation, expression, vitality. So this allows us to plant the seed and to align with who we are, what our destiny is drawing us towards, how we want to show up in the world, how we want to express what we want to create. And that spark, that little spark, is now moving into Taurus season of fixed energy, where we get to nourish that spark. We get to nourish the change. We get to nourish maybe a rebirth, a new version of ourselves. We get to nourish creative ideas that may have transpired into form, into physical form. So as Taurus is earth energy, we get to ground into the practical, into fixed energy, and everything is going to slow down. We also have a universal month number 4 in May to be aware of. There's going to be a little bit of a play here in numerology that I'm going to dissect. We have a universal month number 13 for, and 13 is a karmic debt number, meaning that we have to work a little bit extra harder than usual. I know, but those who work hard get the reward. And when we put in extra work, we learn so much more about ourselves, our ability to overcome challenges, all the details that may need to be looked at in order to create change, in order to create and cultivate prosperity and abundance in our lives. As Taurus is a fixed sign, we get to anchor into this fixed element in the earth realm to create a stable foundation for our future. Now, the 4 energy is very fixed in its own. It is very similar to Taurus. I recorded a video on the most powerful zodiac and numerology archetypes to bring them together, and Taurus and 4 was my most powerful archetype for the number 4 and for Taurus, just because of the fact the 4 is very much a fixed kind of energy. It is very stable. It is very loyal. It likes organization, systematic structure, and strategies. It likes things to be in order. It's a really good business person type of archetype, as Taurus is as well. Taurus energy, we're going to look at the positive traits of Taurus to work with the traits for this new moon, as the new moons are a time to set intentions, new intentions, and align yourself with a future desire of yours. The positive traits of Taurus can be loyalty. Taurus is a very loyal archetype. It is loyal in relationships. It is loyal with its work. It is loyal with its dreams and desires. It is a very productive energy. It gets a lot of work done, very resilient, very productive, and very dedicated. It also loves to enjoy the finer things in life, so the pleasures in life, right? So we have the fixed energy of Taurus being the second zodiac. This is where and in spring season, I should also add, in our northern hemisphere, this is where we get to see the birth of our efforts. Spring is here, where we get to see a new version of ourselves, or we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor, right? So Taurus loves to enjoy the pleasures in life, good food, good friends, good company, and great rewards. And of course, because Taurus is of earth, Taurus has a natural connection with the body, not just the earth plane, meaning the earth itself, the material realm, and nature. It also does have a very strong element of the body physicality aspect. So nurturing our body with the good stuff, being very health conscious. What can we do to maybe even reinvent ourselves from a health and wellness perspective? That could be part of your new moon intentions. Also, new moon intentions can include what can you build out for the foundation of your success story, strategies, budgeting, planning the vision of your success in your future. What does that look like? And what are the steps involved in order to get you there? In order to get us to our goals and aspirations, we do need to have a strategy. We do need to have a practical plan that we can work towards. How can you implement that plan? By starting today, or starting on the new moon anyway, with the first step. What can you do on that day to commit towards your future goals? And what are your future goals? What do you want to aim for? Having our North Star and having a vision of what we want to create, who we want to be, and the kind of life that we want is going to be our guiding light. And then we need to have those actionable steps of what we can maybe change, what we can focus on, what we can commit to, what we can build in order to get there. And of course, with the 13, the karmic debt number, it may require a little bit more extra elbow grease than usual to create those goals. But when we focus, when we put our attention towards our future, towards ourselves, towards what we want to build, then the rewards are going to be that much greater. 4 and Taurus together, as I mentioned, is a very powerful combination. This allows for us to anchor into that foundation, to stabilize, to nurture our growth and to nurture a foundation in the practical realm. Now, because we had a lot of volatile energy, we had the purge, we had a lot of change, a lot of fluctuation within ourselves or within our environment or within our energetic being, if you will. Now is a time to anchor in. Now is a time to plant our feet firmly on the ground and cultivate an alignment with the future we want to build in the practical realm. And again, who do we want to be as a result of that? What kind of life do we want? What kind of maybe physical component or health and wellness aspect that is going to nurture our ability to create success in our physical world? Now, success could be a type of home environment. It could be a type of family. It could be a type of relationship. It could also be a level of abundance and wealth and success that we want in our life. Try to look at many different components of this as possible, but also, of course, know what is going to be required in order to get you there, and dedicate yourself to the job. Dedicate yourself to making it happen. The 4 and Taurus archetypes together are very powerful and will support you with building your foundation for your future in the practical realm. Now, I'm going to go into a podcast that I recently recorded with Tyler Brass. He's an intuitive astrologer. He made a very fabulous point that I want to draw on for this video and for the sake of the cycle that we're in right now. The beginning first half of the zodiacs are very young archetypes because they're very new. It offers almost a new and a young approach to development, as the zodiac calendar is a developmental process. So we do have a lot of new energy to work with. Again, going back to what happened during the solar eclipse, or during eclipse season, I should say, and then that full moon in Scorpio. What new developments have become awakened within yourself, new realizations, new aspects of yourselves, and of course, what can be brought forth from those new discoveries? How can you bring forth those new discoveries into the practical realm to anchor into reality? Taurus teaches us to take things slow, to enjoy the present moment, to enjoy the pleasure in life. If it is sensuality, if it is relationships, if it is good food, good wine, vacation time, even the work aspect, how we can find joy and pleasure within our work, and not making it such a long, onerous process, but to anchor in and pay attention to the details in the present moment. If we're in a rush, we tend to overlook many things. This is a time of cultivation and nurturing and slowing things down and enjoying the finer things in life. We're not in a rush here. We can sometimes feel that we need to move fast in order to see our goals through, but there are so many things in life that are just waiting for us to enjoy and waiting for us to experience. Taurus also teaches us resiliency and commitment towards our goals, to stay loyal and focused with what we love, what we are committed to, and what is important for us. Taurus also teaches us to nurture our growth and nurture meaningful relationships and nurturing the pleasures in life, the things that we truly enjoy doing and that brings us love and fulfillment within ourselves. So if it is with your body, if it is maybe out in nature, if it is with friends, family, again, the finer things in life or your career path, enjoy it, enjoy the process, anchor into the present moment. During the new moon is a perfect time to set new intentions. You may want to set some time aside to anchor in to the goals that you would like to cultivate. You may want to anchor in to the present moment and set some goals aside for what you can enjoy in life, maybe how to slow down life a little bit more to enjoy the finer things, and also the level of commitment that's required to see your goals turn into reality, to see them through. Again, remember that 4 energy that we have in May. It's a very important number with the Taurus archetype. This is a time to develop more structure, to develop a good practice with commitment, with being loyal to what you love and being loyal to the results that you want to see. Maybe even cleaning up the clutter a little bit, becoming more organized and systematic, and finding more flow with the production side of things. Also, that 13 archetype, yes, we may need to work a little bit harder to see our goals through. But as I mentioned, working a little bit harder and proving that we are committed to our goals will give us greater reward as the result. Write your intentions down on paper. You can speak them into the universe to make them so. I also do have the Taurus guided meditation, which I highly recommend using on the new moon, as it will align you with the vision of your future self and pulling in the energetic traits of Taurus. You can also light a sage to clear out the space. I highly recommend it, especially after what we had recently with that full moon in Scorpio, which I'm still feeling the energy from, truthfully. Clean it out, smudge the space, clear it out, let go of the old, and start to settle into the new. And then after this new moon, not to jump too far ahead, but we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I already know the theme of, and I can't wait for that to show up as well. But we are going to anchor into this new moon in Taurus, set those new intentions, plant our feet firmly on the ground, and begin a new cycle for growth. I also should add that the energy naturally is going to feel a little bit more stabilized. It should feel a bit more anchored and a little bit more of a slower pace. If you are feeling a little bit of instability still, that full moon in Scorpio and the eclipse season that we just had was quite impactful. So if you are still feeling uncertainty or feeling a little bit of instability or fluctuations with your energy or emotions, that is completely normal. Just before the new moon, try to find surrender. Try to let go and find a place of stillness within the present moment, within yourself. And then imagine yourself anchoring into the earth. Imagine yourself anchoring into a new reality that you wish to create and embark on. So I'm wishing you all the best during this new moon and beyond. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.